you with Shirley, Cleester, Eula, and Merethah. Our, our baby sisters with us today. Thank the Lord. We don't know how long, but we hope she'll be here a long time with us. Oh, yes. The Polk sisters are here.
Yes,
We are here.
You are in where, Theta, today? Theta,
Clean today.
I'm in Dallas, and Clee is in
Kentwood, Louisiana.
Louisiana. Isn't this a wonderful thing that God has done? He has done such a wonderful thing, and I thank God He's blessed us to be together again. And this is
Amen.
Point of View.
Hallelujah.
And of course,
The only
Eula
thing
is,
missing is Eula. Eula, the
yes,
only thing that's missing.
and she's taking care of those children.
As always. Yes,
Taking
ma'am.
care of the children. But it won't be too long before she's back on. Theta, what's your, Merethah, what is your topic?
My topic is, sorry, my phone went down. My topic is when to leave a relationship. 11 signs it's time to move on.
All right.
And it's not just a relationship as in, I'm sorry. It's not just a relationship as in a relationship, you know, a man and a woman. It's a relationship with a job. It's a relationship with a friend.
Okay. And
any
Reedy,
kind of relationship.
What's yours, Reedy?
Mine is how to live a rich life on a budget.
On a budget. Oh,
It
yes,
can be
we
done.
all need to know
And
that.
you can look very good on a
That's
budget.
right. On
You
a
can look
budget.
very good on a budget.
That's right. And mine is part 2 of Frenemies.
Ooh,
I didn't
that's
get to finish that. Okay, dear God, as we sit before you to speak, we pray to you that our souls you will keep. And if we should die before we finish, we pray to you that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. Amen. And we have to do our prayer. And our message is on here for those, and we are on Facebook today.
We are on Facebook, yes.
And I had to go back and do some tweaking and everything on Facebook, but we are on Facebook.
Hey,
and so
Velma.
we have these, hi, Velma, we have these 3 great topics. So if you want me to, I'll finish the Frenemies, okay?
Happy self.
And then, there you go. So we're talking Frenemies, you know, we were talking about backbiting, backstabbing, what was the other, cutthroat, and all of that on Thursday.
Yes.
And so, and then it came down to a frenemy. And a frenemy, my God, my God, my God. There's more slick than an enemy. And then a frenemy, I'm telling you. And
I'll tell you, we all have a frenemy.
We all
have a frenemy.
Have a frenemy, yeah.
We all have a frenemy.
That's right. And cutthroats and backstabbers, and there was one more I think I had in here that we talked about. There was one more, I believe. Undermining. There are people who undermine people. So I'm going to go and finish up the frenemy today. A frenemy we know is someone that poses to be a friend, but is really an enemy. Hi, Terica and Jen. Hello. And so
Erica. Hey, Erica.
Erica. Oh, Erica's has gone up on mine. So I said, okay, now we talked about how do you know when you're in front of a backstabber. Now we're going on down and we're going to talk about the frenemy. What is a frenemy? I'm going to start over with that. A frenemy is a type of toxic friend that pretends to be your friend at certain times. For example, to your face, in front of others, or when they want something, but really isn't your friend. A frenemy is one of the worst kinds of people to have in your life because their love-hate behaviors make it hard to figure out whether they're your friend or your enemy. And you have to really watch. We said smiling faces. Sometimes
pretend to be your friend.
They don't tell the truth.
Oh, yes. Their confusing behavior can cause major drama and problems at work and personal life, and can even sabotage some of the most important relationships. Frenemies often use manipulative tactics to gain your trust and friendship, only to later weaponize things you've shared with them. They will take those things that you shared with them and turn them into a weapon against you. They're usually competitive or jealous types of friends who will only remain loyal as long as you don't threaten them or get in the way of things they want for themselves. There are 5 types of frenemies. Not all frenemies are the same.
Hello.
And some are harder to spot than others. Knowing about the different types of frenemies and the tactics they use can help you detect your frenemy more quickly before letting one into your life. So here are 5 steps of frenemies and types of frenemies and different ways to spot these kinds of bad friends early on. There's the rival. I think we've all experienced a rival. Sometimes it's taken us a time to figure out what's going on, but a rival frenemy describes a jealous and insecure friend who's always competing with you. This could be a friend at work who is vying for a promotion and trying to get you out of the way because they see you as a threat. A rival frenemy may also be hiding within your personal life. You hear that? They be hiding within your personal life.
And that's what Velma is saying. Yes, because they are right in the mix. That's what Velma she said it a while ago. They are right. That's right.
Right in the mix. For example,
smiling in your face.
Right there might be a person who is always trying to one up you. You know, we talked about this, Reedy. One up you or be the know-it-all. And I know someone. Have you ever talked to someone? And if you mention, I belch, and they say, yeah, I know it. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I did too.
And it burned.
Yeah, you say anything, and they're right on it. They've done it too, and they know all about it. And you talk about something, an experience, or you talk about something, and they have to one up you or two up you. They know all about it, everything
all
you
about
mentioned, because I tested.
Yes,
I
have tested too. I have tested too. Yes, I have tested.
I did a test.
Sometimes
I am guilty of making up something just to see.
They done it.
Just to see if they've done it. And they did it.
That's right. That's right. A friend who only seems to be around you because they need or want something. Wait a minute. Did I go too far? I think I did. Oh yeah. Oh, let me get on back here. I guess my hands are moving a little fast.
Yeah, hip us to all of them so we can keep on the lookout.
Wait a minute. Ooh, yes. How did I do that?
I don't know, but you tell us about each and every one of them little suckers. So we
sometimes we try to. Well, that's all right. I'll get to my topic in a minute. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What?
Because all of our stuff bleeds in together.
That's the way
it bleed in together.
It always does. It always does. And we don't even talk to each other. And we always end up on the same page.
The same. Yeah. And I'm talking about the rival frenemy now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they might be hiding within your personal life. For example, they may be a person who is always trying to one up you. I said that, or be a know-it-all. Okay. Yep. There's the rival frenemies are usually people who feel threatened or intimidated by you, or people who want something you have because they view you as a threat. They try to disarm you by getting close. Usually their goal is to either get ammo they can use against you, for example, secrets and weaknesses, or to keep you from suspecting they are the ones undermining you. Rival frenemies often use covert tactics to conceal their true motives, finding subtle ways to undercut your work, one up you, or minimize your success. And I remember one time there was a person came to me, and this person had been close to some people who were very influential. And this person was so close to them, you know, she's kind of in their personal life, close life.
In that circle.
And but then when something went wrong, she started spilling the beans. Spilling the bean, talking about those people, talking about those people. And that let me know, baby.
Every aspect of their life. She was telling
and she told me.
Yes, and that let me know
that's why this is happening.
Not get that
because
close
they
to
did.
Me, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the warning shot for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, you won't be getting in. And now there's the gossiping frenemy. Gossiping frenemies are people who talk badly about you behind your back or share your secrets with others. The kind of frenemy this kind of frenemy is always seeking out the dirt and intel on people and can be really good at getting others to trust and confide in them. And one thing about me, if I tell somebody something about me in confidence, and then they decide they're going to be my frenemy, baby, I tell on myself before I let them tell on me.
Oh, yes.
I take all the joy out of it.
Yeah. There isn't anything that I haven't done in my life. I'm a grown woman. There isn't anything that I haven't done in my life that I'm ashamed of or that I've done that I won't tell nobody. Yeah, I do. Because there's nothing you can do on this earth. I only have one person to answer to, and that's God.
And then
Mom and Daddy are gone. Mom and Daddy are gone. Y'all, my sisters, y'all still here. I have a responsibility for my nieces and nephews to be respectful out here. But now don't come at me because I'm a grown woman. I don't have to hide anything from anyone.
That's right.
Did you do it? Yeah, I did. What you gonna do about it?
We've all made mistakes, and we've all done wrong. Some of them that were not mistakes. We just did.
We just did. There it is, right there.
So no need to play it. No need to play it. We just did some things that we wanted to do.
We just,
We've all messed up.
Yeah.
We've all done wrong. But by golly gee.
We've all messed up, but we come up.
But thank the Lord that He has brought us to where we are now. And the things that we might have gotten into, they didn't take us out. So He gave us another chance. So anyway, the gossiping frenemy, always seeking out dirt on you. So this trust is misplaced because they almost always end up betraying it.
Every time.
A gossiping frenemy may or may not have bad intentions. They may or may not. Sometimes they're just judgmental, nosy, petty, or find it exciting to gossip about people. Other times they're the mean girl types who actively try to smear and sabotage others by talking badly or sharing their secrets. There are people who intentionally do that. Intentionally. The strategic frenemy. A strategic frenemy is someone who becomes friends with you for a particular reason or purpose. Usually one that benefits them in some way. However, they are rarely open about their motives and instead pretend to have a true desire for friendship with you. Over time, it can become clear that their intentions are not as pure as they pretend, especially if they start to be passive aggressive or critical, meaning that they are subtly doing things to sabotage you. And if something they don't want to do something, don't like something, instead of talking it out with you, something like that, they will do everything they can to prove that they don't dislike it, but they dislike it, but they do it in a subtle way. And that's how they end up sabotaging you, trying to show you, but they're not brave enough to talk to you
that way.
Yeah, so they do it behind your back and different things like that, subtly. Strategic enemies are sometimes people at work who suck up to you to gain favor, especially if you are in a leadership position or have connections within the company. They may also be people in your personal life who are after money, fame, power, or something else they think you can give them. You're more likely to encounter these frenemies at work or when you have achieved a high level of success, fortune, or fame. Now we go to the unstable frenemy. An unstable frenemy, you better watch out. It's a friend who has serious issues or problems and sees you as a person who can help them. This kind of frenemy doesn't always have bad or evil intentions, but they can be just as toxic as the other kinds of frenemies on this list. Unstable, oh Lord, I don't.
We ran across unstable frenemy.
Unstable frenemies are often drama queens. They're often,
yes,
what'd you say? Said, please. What'd you say?
I said we ran across one. We
did.
Why, but she knew us. She said.
Yeah. Do I know about
it? I don't know.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay, unstable frenemies are often drama queens who seem to always be in a crisis, or people who seem to attract or create drama and issues wherever they go. Now, here's there's a recommendation for a quiz here, but I'm going to go and talk about these 5 different types. Number 5 is the backstabbing frenemy. Ooh, Lord. A backstabbing frenemy is a friend who just isn't honest or loyal and doesn't have the kind of morals or values needed to be a good friend. Sooner or later, this kind of frenemy will show their true colors by betraying you, telling your deepest secret, or sabotaging something you love. They might sleep with your ex, and honey, they don't wait till it gets to be the ex.
He ain't gotta be no ex. Sometimes he just gotta be a thought.
Sometimes they're the reason why they the ex.
Right.
Sometimes he just has to be a thought. You ain't have to want it.
A flirt with your boyfriend, insert themselves into your life in inappropriate ways, and do or say things that are unforgivable. And I was talking about that time that person said that just out of the clear, just like she was trying to, what is that, throw shade.
Throw shade.
Throw shade.
She used it.
Y'all heard that, Jennifer? Y'all heard that? She's throwing shade.
You go on.
Backstabbing frenemies are sometimes loyal for a long period of time before they end up betraying you. In many cases, the betrayals come when another bully or enemy enters the picture who they join forces with, and that is so true. This can make the betrayal even more unexpected, devastating, and painful. It also tends to lead to a dramatic and sudden ending of the friendship. Now, here are 10 ways to spot a frenemy. While there are different types of frenemies, most will display the same patterns of behavior. So these toxic and manipulative tactics often take time to manifest. Because a frenemy may have worked hard to earn your trust and get close to you. Some people work hard to gain your trust.
Yeah,
I'm going to step away just 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm going to step away just 1 second.
Okay. Now, it said because a frenemy may have worked hard to earn your trust and get close to you, it can make it even harder to spot them. Your feelings of affection can cause a blind spot when it comes to noticing or accepting the early signs that a friend is actually a frenemy. And that is right. Some people are experts at this. Number 1, they have a long list of ex-friends. This is how you can tell what a frenemy.
Oh, yes.
A long list of ex-friends. Then they start talking with, well, I used to be friends with her. I used to be friends with him. I used to be friends with them. I used to be, and then hey, if you catch it, you wonder, well, why did you used to be friends?
And then they don't have friends their age.
Right.
They don't have friends their age.
Right.
So now they friends with people under them. Because everybody age know them. Hey.
Read that's a great one. That is a great one. So frenemies, they have a long list of ex-friends. While they may have a lot of excuses and explanations for why and how these relationships ended, not having long-term friendships is sometimes a red flag.
Yes, it
This
does.
can sometimes be an indication that the person has a pattern of doing or saying things that cause drama. Many frenemies are even attracted or addicted to drama and seem to create it wherever they go. Number two, they switch their charm on and off. A frenemy is able to easily switch between being nice and mean, and you may be able to witness this switching firsthand. If you're around a friend who you've seen smile in someone's face and then sneer as soon as they turn their backs, this is often a warning sign.
I don't know what they come over here for.
Yes. If they can so easily switch their charm on and off, it's difficult to know if they're really being genuine with you. Now, we saw this on international television.
Yes.
Just a few weeks ago.
Yes.
When there was smiling and laughing, and then all of a sudden.
Yes, heard around the world.
Yes, ma'am. Number 3, they trash talk people behind their backs.
Yep.
Trash talking or gossiping about others behind their backs is another warning sign of a frenemy because it shows they are two-faced. And I know this about Ella Davis. I think Ella Davis told this. He said there was this lady was talking to another lady and say her child was there with her while she was talking to the other lady. So the child was all up in the lady's face, just looking. And all in the lady's face. He said, why are you looking at me like this? I was trying to find to see if you were two-faced. Mama said you two-faced. The child was looking for the other face.
That's why
so that's why we have to be careful what we say. Like Sister D said, little rabbits have big ears.
Big ears, yeah.
So if you have a friend that likes to gossip or talk badly about other people, it may indicate that they are doing the same behind your back. What Mama say, a dog that'll bring a bone,
carry
a bone. That's right. Mean gossip is a form of social aggression and should always be seen as a warning sign of a bad friend. Number 4, they don't seem happy for other people. A frenemy has a lot of trouble being truly happy for the successes of others, including you. They might complain about how others didn't work hard enough to earn their achievements or seem bitter that they were overlooked. When a friend never seems to be truly happy for other people, when things go well for them, it's often a sign that their jealousy can turn them from friend to foe. Number 5, I think this, I don't know how many I have of this.
I thought you said
what time is it? Oh, I'm taking too much time.
1:20.
Huh?
1:23 because number 3 gone.
No, she's coming back.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. The friends show up. Okay. Where is there? They're only around when they need something. A friend who only seems to be around when they need or want something from you may be a frenemy. Now let me go to the next one. They're passive aggressive. Another red flag that you're dealing with a frenemy is passive aggressive behavior. Passive aggressive behavior is any behavior or interaction that makes it clear someone is upset without openly admitting it. In fact, a passive aggressive person will often deny anything is wrong, pretend to be confused when you ask, or feign FEIGN innocence when confronted about their backhanded ways. Now, the next one, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. They enjoy your misery. A frenemy.
Yes,
they enjoy your misery. They follow the majority. They get close to things you care about. Oh, yes. Yes. And people have to watch it too. You just catch bad vibes from them. Yep. When you catch those bad vibes, don't ignore those things. Okay. Now, and that's all I'm going to do today. I might have to make this a part 3. But I remember, I think I mentioned this one time when there was a person that, like, these people they're supposed to be friends, but I couldn't understand because they were so different. And I was wondering, how can they be friends when they're such different? Yes. And so one time, one of them found something that she wanted. And they were together. The frenemy and the friend.
Right.
And so the person put it back because they were gonna go get it. Go back and get. They had to make preparations and then go home and then come back. Right. And then the frenemy went back and bought it
and beat them to it.
The very exact thing, the very one that the friend had picked out, went and bought it. And I remember one time Daddy he went somewhere and he found something that he wanted for his shop. I don't know whether you remember that or not, Reedy. And so he said, okay, now I'm going to go back and then I'm going to send the money back so you can go and pick it up for me. And instead of picking it up for Daddy, the person bought it for themselves.
Yes.
Sure did. Frenemy. Okay. I can get off in that reading. Okay. Where did that go? Okay. I'm going to turn it over to you, Reedy. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yes, Velma said, wait a minute. I done lost my place, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord. Jennifer said she called him nice nasty. She called him nice nasty. And Velma said they don't have an honest bone in their body.
Sure don't.
And hello, Drexel. Drexel said, hello to my cousins. Love you. God will forgive us. Okay.
Yes, he will. Yes, he certainly will.
And Velma said, misery loves company every day of the week. Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. So true.
That's right.
So true. She won't let you back in.
Where did Jennifer? She put on day Erica Boo.
They her and Erica talk to each other.
Oh,
okay. So let me get to me. Let Clee get to Clee. So okay. Clee can get star D. What is I was doing?
How to live a rich
life.
How to live?
Yes. I have so many of them on here. Sometimes I forget where I'm going because I have so many. Because Ruby give them to me, and as she give them to me, I look them up so I can always be ready. And I don't know which one I'm gonna do till I start doing it. And this one is how to live a rich life on a budget, because it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
It says that don't you do it. You can have a lifestyle of prosperity even if you're not wealthy. Yes, it's possible to have great experiences and live rich even if you're on a small budget.
That's right.
With some good old-fashioned creativity and ingenuity, you can make it happen. It all comes down to being smart with your resources you already have and to help you stretch your dollar. Want to find out how? I'm going to tell you. 1, create an actual budget. The most important thing to do, if you haven't already, is to create a budget. It needs to be something that works for you and your family and something you can stick with. Otherwise, what's the point? When on a budget, you know exactly what you have to work with, and you can you have exactly. I would say where I go. That's better now.
Okay. There you are in the middle.
That's where I go.
You're squealing, Sarah. Something's squealing.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, she's said something again, Thada. Merethah.
Say something. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. When you have a budget, you know exactly what you have to work with.
It's okay.
Okay, you have exactly what you have to work with, and you can hone in on any areas of improvement as well as those that might be able to be more lenient with. A budget does not need to be some dreaded chore. Instead, think of it as a game plan, and a game plan with which you can organize your life with maximum enjoyment. There are plenty of budgets and resources online, so don't feel like you have to pigeonhole in anyone else's system. You could go with the complex budget system and create a simple Excel spreadsheet, and to record income and expenses. There are plenty of fun and free budgeting apps available and that to download on your smartphone. To consider moving to a more affordable location. And see, there sometimes you don't want to move. That you got to think about them neighborhoods. Sometimes you don't want to move, but then we make allowances for the things that we want.
Right.
This is perhaps the most drastic tip we have listed, but it deserves consideration. The cost of living varies tremendously from state to state, and even areas within a state. Because of the COVID pandemic, many people have now integrated remote working into their lives, which means they're working at home now, working in their house. If you are one of them, this idea may be especially appealing to you.
Right.
You are living in an area where housing is expensive. Ask yourself why. Is it simply because there's where you ended up? Do you have family nearby that you need to stay close to? If your reasons for staying in this area the cost of your rent or property taxes is through the roof, it does make sense. It might be time to uproot. Many people are surprised to find that amount of money they currently make could potentially go much further simply by moving to another area. That's true. That is true, because the cost of living down here, to me, the cost of living is low. Here in Louisiana, especially where I am, the cost of living is low.
Okay.
Oh, but go to New Orleans. Come to Dallas. Go to Denison. Girl, when I was in Denison, that stuff was so high. I told people, we ain't eating nothing while we're here. We're not eating while we are here. Save up your stomach, pull your belt in. We'll eat when we get home. Girl, that stuff was we used to living down here. You can go get something for $5. Down there, same thing. It's $10, $15. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
And people are surprised to find that the amount of money they currently make could potentially go much further simply by moving to another area. If your rent is costing you $2,000 a month, you may move to a place where you only need to pay $1,000 a month. That's saving $12,000 a year, not chump change. 3, buy gently used in high-end luxury clothes and accessories.
I'm still here. Huh? I'm still here.
Okay. Did you hear me? Let me say this again.
Yeah.
So this is as they say, my forte. Buy gently used high-end luxury clothes and accessories. Yes. If you want to dress like the rich and famous, buy your own shoestring budget. Consider this. Every time you purchase a new item of clothing, it becomes used for the first time you wear it. Sites like ThredUp, Tradesy, and eBay, and Clee's Boutique for the Unique. Hello, I had to throw it in there.
Well,
they did not mention me. And Authentic Luxury Bag Emporium. Hello, they didn't mention that one either.
Well,
on eBay, you can find clothes, accessory, and other items at far less than their retail price tags. Clee's Boutique for the Unique.
Clee's Boutique.
Yes, ma'am. You can find what you need there. Designer purses are just one example. It is not uncommon to find handbags that typically go for hundreds of dollars for a fraction of the cost. The same applies to shoes, jewelry, watches, sunglasses, and I got them all. Got shoes, jewelry, watches, sunglasses. Yes, I do.
Say it again.
I said, and I got them all.
All right.
Shoes, jewelry, watches, sunglasses, and other items. Yes. And don't forget to check your local thrift stores too. Yes. Sometimes you can go to the Goodwill and you can find a Louis Vuitton purse for $10. Why?
Okay.
Goodwill don't know what they got.
So me and Lisa went to
they put authenticators in those Goodwills. They put authenticators in there, and when something come in like Nike or somebody bought in boxes of Jordans, Jordans. I was watching on the news thread, bought in boxes of Jordan, and they had already put them out. They sent their workers out there to go get every one of them Jordans.
Oh my goodness!
Take them to the back, and they put them on a website they have where they use auction. But they were out there for $5 and $10. And somebody came through, they went to go out there and get every one of them Air Jordans, and some of them hadn't been worn at all. Some still had the price tag, some of them had been worn once. And you can tell that they were new. They still had the boxes. Get them at the Goodwill, go out there and get them and take them to the back.
My.
Yes,
me and Alyssa went to the Goodwill here. I was telling them about what bargains I find, in the other job that I have, different cities that I went to, what the Goodwill cost, and then we came to the Goodwill here, and it was, to me, like you said, new prices.
Yes.
You could have went to Walmart and got that item.
Yes.
But in my town, $2 and $3.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, there it is. Okay, but anyway, you can buy and don't forget to check your local thrift stores. Even yard sales can yield some terrific finds. Yes. Buying items used from another person's benefits as well. It's better for the environment. Purchasing used conserves natural resources and keeps these goods out of the landfill. 4, rethink dining out. If you're a pretty good cook, you already know that dining out. Didn't I just say we could? But I told people, tighten your belt up and hush up. Drink some more water.
Now you can look on YouTube.
I didn't tell them that, John. I'm just playing. You already know dining out can be a massive disappointment in addition to being expensive. More often than not, the meals you get at restaurants just aren't up to snuff when it comes to freshness, flavor, or portions. Planning and preparing meals at home can be one of the great joys of life. And I am. I love to cook. I love to cook.
And you can cook too.
And I cook every day. Every day I cook. And why you cook? I love to cook. Now, if somebody else will wash the dishes, that'd be my life be complete. But then that's why I gotta wash them dishes too. But I love to cook. So therefore, we don't do a lot of eating out. So when eating out comes into play, we really realizing that stuff is expensive.
It is.
When we went down there, when we came down there for Bubba, my last trip down there, that stuff was so high. It was so high. I told people, I said, well, let's go see what they got on Mario's. Like we without a guy, and then we'll see if we got to eat out. And most of the time we did not. Hello, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Santa, for y'all cooking. Hello. Okay, cooking skills. If your cooking skills are a bit lackluster, there are many instructional videos to help you take your culinary expertise to another level. If you really enjoy it, you can even turn your passion into a side gig and cook for others. That's what that's right. The thing about down here is every other person down here that's selling food out of their trunks. Let me say it again, out of their trunks.
Okay.
That's what I said, out of their trunks. That's what they do. I mean, everybody down here cooks. Everybody cooks. This is Louisiana. They burn down here. Everybody can cook. But it's so many people that's selling dinners it wouldn't do no good for another person to come up with something because every other person has food that they're selling out their kitchen, the trunk of their car, the back seat, on the corner. They sell it everywhere.
Hey, Click. You remember Mom in Denison?
Yes.
Well, she started out of the back of her car, didn't she?
Yes.
Didn't she finally open a restaurant?
Mom, on Walker Street.
I think she opened up, didn't she?
Yes, on Walker Street.
No, you remember Miss Mary Virginia? I think it was her sister, wasn't it? That remember?
Okay, her name
she
was.
She had that little thing in the back of her house.
Yes.
Yes. She had that little place in the back of her house.
Okay, because she started out.
Right. But
she started out selling out of the back of her car.
You remember
the one that was living next door to her, right?
You remember Mama had that little
what
the snack shack
back of the house? What was it, Thada? The little cooking
snack
camper.
Snack shack.
What did she say, Thada? Shirley.
Snack shack.
Okay,
that daddy bought for her.
Yes,
but it was legitimate.
She sell barbecue,
and she sold it. She had her own business, her place. She had her own mobile unit that she had right in the backyard. And remember, I think it was it Louis Palero that bought that from her?
I don't remember who bought it from.
I don't remember who bought it from her, but we were up all times of night because she served everybody Pillsbury, Safeway plant. And we was up all times of night because them men worked every shift.
That's right. Mama did that. She sure did. Yes, my mother. our mother, since I'm gonna say it like that, because Shirley said she my mama too, right, Reedy?
I said we. I did. I said we.
Yeah, you're right. That yes, we weren't. We weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have. Okay, and then okay now. Okay, there where to go. Number 5, take advantage of coupons.
Mm-hmm.
I've started doing that. I've started couponing. This tip might seem like a no-brainer, but it's surprising how many people don't take advantage of the money-saving opportunities right at their fingertips. Right. Literally. And I do coupons. You can get some good deals at y'all dollar stores. Say our dollar store sell groceries. You can go to dollar store, get your T-bone. You can go to Dollar General, get your potatoes. You can get all kinds of meat at the Dollar General. So you can. Huh?
Yeah, you can.
Where? There?
Down there.
Yeah, down you can too.
Down there.
At our Dollar General.
Okay.
Really?
I didn't know that. But I know ours. And then we have our Dollar General has gas station.
We don't have one of those.
Boo y'all. Now, try to keep up with us again. Try to keep up with us again.
We don't have gas station.
She tried to one-up me, didn't she?
Yes, all right. It's okay. That's all right. It's okay.
If you have a smartphone, you can find coupons from just about anything you are about to purchase. Anything you're about to purchase, you can buy a coupon. Before you walk into a store, hotel, movie theater, or other businesses, search the web for savings. You might be surprised at the number of promo codes that pop up. Sometimes you will get additional savings for downloading the app, the store's app, and that is true. And you can always pull up barcodes to use for your percentage off your purchase. 6.
Senior citizen discount.
Yes. Hello. Girl, you think I won't tell them in a minute today, Senior Citizen Day? It's Tuesday, honey. I know what day it is. Tuesday, Senior Citizen Day.
I use mine too.
Y'all don't forget my coupon. Number 6 is travel smarter. One of the most compelling activities of those with money to spare is travel. That is the truth. If you long to venture off on parts unknown, but your shoestring budget is holding you back, consider getting paid for surveys or try these things to satisfy your wanderlust cheaply. Be a tourist in your own region. Yep. You don't have to leave the country or even their state. To rejuvenate your senses, consider a weekend getaway or even a weekday getaway, which you could be likely cheaper in your own city. Experience all your like Eisenhower's birthplace in Denison. Never been there. Never been to Eisenhower's birthplace in Denison. I know where it is.
Right.
Okay, but I have never been in there and seen that. Experience all the areas to offer as a tourist rather than a resident. I'm sorry, that I said again.
I said I have.
I have not. Go somewhere where your dollar is worth more. If you absolutely need to get away to parts unknown, choose a place where you can get the most bang for your buck and where your currency will go farther. You can visit Thailand, for example, for about $60 a day, and that includes your airfare, accommodation, and food. Not bad. By remaining open-minded, about your travels, you can truly live like the rich on a budget.
All right.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Yay.
But
so
yes,
now
it's places in Denison I have not gone.
And
I lived there, grew up there, lived there for 50-something years. Never went to Eisenhower birthplace. Even when they fixed it up.
Tell you
Remember
this story.
Up one time.
I'm gonna tell you the story.
Took that tour in the dam. I've never taken that.
The what?
The tour that you can go to the Denison Dam.
Right.
And you take you around through that. Yep.
Me either.
It's on you, Merethah. Let me see how. There we go.
Remember when Mama's house over in East Town, when Mom inherited the house over there, right across the street from Eisenhower birthplace. And we didn't go across the street.
Nope.
And the only time I visited was when Lee, Eddie, and Shirley came to visit.
Yes, I do remember that.
We went over there, and that's the only time I went over there.
Okay, let me tell y'all.
I didn't want to. but just by living in the town,
that's it.
We just don't.
Let me tell y'all this. When I was 5 years old, Mama took us over there because Julie Nixon Eisenhower was coming to dedicate the place.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
Remember? And she was there, and she walked across there, and she stepped on my foot, and I didn't have any shoes on. She said, "Oh," and she grabbed me and walked me through there with her. I met Julie Nixon Eisenhower.
Yeah, she was scared. They'll tell her mom was looking upside her head. You better keep your clothes.
Stepping on her
but
baby.
You know,
baby, don't care who you
are. Okay, Cleester, pass it on. That was wonderful, Reedy.
Yay!
That ain't your time.
All right. Hello. Okay. So mine is when leaving a relationship, 11 signs it's time to move on. And like I said, a relationship is a friendship. It could be a job. It could be anything. Any one of these relationships. We sometimes include products we think are useful. Oh, excuse me. I'm reading the whole thing. Please forgive me.
Go ahead.
Why it's so hard to leave.
There you go.
Exactly.
Did you tell us where you got it from?
I'm sorry?
Did you tell us where?
I'm sorry. This is from hackspirit.com.
Okay.
It's hackspirit.com.
Okay.
Okay. Why it's so hard to leave? Why exactly do we have such a hard time leaving a relationship when there is obviously so little joy in it? The answer is more complicated. This is difficult for us to fail. It's difficult for us to fail. There's much is true in our relationship. We often convince ourselves we can make any situation better, even when we can no longer hold on.
That's true.
That's true. I'm outside, so I was trying to get some fresh air today. We often convince ourselves we can make a situation better, even when we can no longer control things. According to Karen Hall, author and certified clinician, choosing to end an important relationship can be a difficult decision, even when the relationship seems full of conflict and emotional pain with little joy support. You may remember how it used to be or what you hoped for in a connection. You may also wonder if staying in a conflict-filled relationship will result in a stronger bond. Sometimes long-term relationships are strengthened and more intimate after a period of conflict. Our attachment and emotional investments hinder us from looking for our relationships objectively. We fail to see the obvious reason why our relationship is no longer working. Ultimately, it comes down to this. You let go. You have to let go of something that is not adding to your life. As difficult as it may be, there's a time when you call it quits. 11 signs your relationship is time to leave your relationship. If you recognize any of these 11 signs, it might be time to consider ending your relationship.
All right.
Get out the frame. Physical, 11. Number 1, physical or emotional abuse. Someone who loves you will never physically or emotionally hurt you.
That's right.
Couples that hurt each other by saying the wrong things or doing something the other person doesn't like. However, if it has become a pattern of abuse, that other things altogether cannot excuse abusive behavior for someone who claims to love you. And yet, it is particularly hard for victims of abuse to move on from their partners.
There you go.
Daniel G. Sanderson, Professor Emeritus of Social Work at the University of Michigan, explains, leaving is often a complex process with several stages, minimizing the abuse and trying to help the abuser, coming to see the relationship as abusive and losing hope the relationship will get better, and finally focusing on one's own needs for safety and sanity and fighting to overcome the external obstacles. Experiencing any of the above is a clear sign that you have an abusive relationship and should leave immediately. Number 2, cheating. If you are in a monogamous relationship, cheating is absolutely unacceptable. Cheating destroys the very foundation of a healthy relationship. When someone cheats on you, the trust, security, and openness in the relationship turn to dust. Forgiveness can be given, and many couples successfully give over the affair. However, if you are someone who can't handle a long-term emotional process or accepting your partner back, staying is just not worth it.
Not worth it.
According to breakup coach Chelsea Lee Trescott, I'm sorry.
I'm still listening.
Oh, even when your relationship feels solid, the past has proven to you there's absolutely zero guarantees that you know what's really going on. For those who saw no signs and even in retrospect can't see where they could have done anything differently, staying in a relationship with someone who has cheated would be kind of like handing your heart over to a blindly to someone you know can't handle it with care. As a result, it's likely that that person who has cheated will ever feel safe, compassionate, or confident in moving forward. We're blindsided by experience. Number 3, want advice specific to your situation? With a professional relationship coach, you can get advice specific to your life and experiences. Relationship Hero is a site where highly trained relationship coaches help people through complicated, difficult relationships, like whether you should fix a relationship or leave it. They are a popular resource for people who are facing this sort of challenge. Number 4, deceit. White lies are one thing, but deliberately deceiving your partner is a serious. Where the heck did you come from? I'm sorry, Tia's.
Okay, well.
Oh, she's with Alyssa. I'm sorry.
Tia. Okay.
Report, please.
Oprah. Okay.
Oprah.
All right.
Oprah.
I'm sorry.
Oprah, we're going to need you back on stage.
I apologize. My child was out here and I didn't know where she come from.
Okay,
Oprah, go back.
All right. Like cheating. Like cheating, lies break trust. If your partner has lied to you about something significant or continually lied to you about a number of things, you should start reconsidering your relationship. Ooh. Pathological liars are particularly harmful partners. Prolonged exposure to lies and gaslight can make a sanest person turn crazy.
Yes.
As a psychotherapist, Robert Weiss explains, the most disturbing thing about gaslights is an emotional and healthy persons are vulnerable. In part, this is because we naturally tend to defend, excuse, overlook concerns about behavior of people to whom we are deeply attached. In larger part, it's because gaslight starts slowly and builds gradually over time. As the cheating or the addiction or whatever else is in the lie is trying to cover up escalates, the fabrication also escalates. He gonna lie, she gonna lie, they gonna keep on lying, and you gonna keep on believing.
Yep.
So you're not helping yourself and you're not helping them. Oh, they didn't mean it. He said he was sorry. She said she was sorry. They didn't mean to cheat. They failed. They failed it 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
Addiction. Helping your loved one through a tough time in their life is your responsibility as a partner. However, addiction is cause enough to leave if your partner refuses to change or has repeatedly proven they are incapable of getting better. So I'm sorry, I slipped up. Okay, one time we can work through this one time. I'm sorry, I slipped up. Okay, well we can work through this 2 times. I'm sorry, I slipped up. Catch a sucker bump his head. 3 times, no. Catch me once, shame on you. Catch me twice, shame on me. There will not be a 3rd time. Sorry. Please remember, This is psychotherapist Sharon Martin. I know from my personal and professional experience that relationships can survive addictions and become healthy. But I also know that codependent often stick around longer after the change is like it. After change is like it. Please remember that you didn't cause your loved one's addiction. You can't fix it. It's not about whether he or she is in love enough to quit or about what you did wrong or what else you can try. Sometimes you just need to save yourself before you go down with a sinking ship.
Sure will. That's the truth.
So it's a few others, but if you want to look it up, it's on
How many more
Spirit.
do you have? How many more do you have?
It's quite a few. It's like 6. A lack of respect. Now I do like this one. Okay. Mutual respect is another essential aspect of a healthy relationship. Being continually disrespectful is something you should never tolerate, especially from someone who professes to love you and care for you. If someone doesn't respect you, it means they don't value you. It's not every decision that you make will revolve around their own happiness, not yours.
Right.
How can you be with someone that doesn't value your beliefs, emotions, and love? The answer simply, you can't.
Amen.
So this is from this is from hackspirit.com. It's called When to Leave a Relationship, 11 Signs It's Time to Move On.
Wonderful, wonderful. And mine was from Health Psychology Consultancy. It's the site that I came from. Health Psychology Consultancy. So I just want to make sure that I give that credit there too. That was wonderful. Thank you, thank you. And you know what we say on here too. In those relationships, people will apologize and apologize. The people beat on the people and maim them and all of that. And people keep going back to them because they say, he says he's sorry. She says she's sorry.
He said he won't do that no more.
And have done it over and over again. And that's what I say. I say, get what do you say, Reedy?
Get some yonder.
Get some yonder.
But I had a friend, y'all know this, that I had a friend, tell me that they didn't want to be my friend and that they hurt my feelings. But now you telling me you holding a grudge. No, I'm not holding a grudge. I'm taking you at your word. You said this. So I'm taking you at your word. Now that I don't want to, I'm not coming back and letting you, I'm taking you at your word. So when when a snake tell you it's a snake, you believe it's a snake. I'm not saying it's this person. That's not what I'm saying. But you remember the old saying when that turtle gave that snake a ride across the river, and then the snake, when they got across, the snake turned around and bit him, and the snake said, "You knew I was a snake when you gave me a ride."
Yeah,
I mean,
so you said the person told you they didn't what?
They didn't want to be friends.
They didn't want to be my friend.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now they want to be your friend.
I was selfish, and I was this, and I was that. But now I'm holding a grudge.
Oh, okay. Was that
what you see what I'm saying?
Like Elder Davis said, let it run off your back like water off a duck's back.
Hello.
I know you have. And see, and so anyway, people in Rita, I harp on this. When people are in bad relationships, you can love that person, but your life is just as important as the person who's inflicting the harm on you. And you cannot help him or her by letting them beat on you and mistreat you like that until they take your life. That's not helping you, definitely. And it's not helping them. So the thing to do is, no matter how it hurts, it can hurt so bad when somebody leaves you or you have to leave somebody. It can hurt so bad it seems like it drains all the life out of you. But it's better that it be drained out of you emotionally than physically they drain the life out of you.
Hello, that is.
So whatever the situation is, what said again, Reedy? Get some yonder. And wherever yonder is, you get yonder wherever you can get. And like I tell people, if people have children, they're in a relationship, don't be telling him or her, I'm going to leave you. You just wait. I'm going to leave you. Baby, don't do that.
Because that gives them time.
Where can they go, Shirley? Where can they go? They can always go get
some ice cream.
Hello.
Huh?
They sell ice cream all over the world.
I'm gonna run to the store right quick. I'll be back.
The children, I'm gonna take the children. We're gonna get some ice cream. It's almost 1 o'clock, everybody. We got a few seconds, but that you did wonderful. So you're gonna be with us Tuesday. You're gonna be with us Tuesday.
I love being with my sisters.
Okay, we love you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Okay, we got Velma.
Who's that?
We got Damita. We got Eric, Easy Armstrong. Hello. We got Leora, Rodney, and Yolanda, Erica, Laterica, and Jennifer, and
hello, everyone. Hello, my babies.
I missed him. Where he go?
Love you too.
Drexel.
Erica, love you. Everybody, love you. Laterica and Jennifer and everybody. And all these comments on here, I read some of them. Some of them I was trying to move them up so I could read them, but I get with them. Thank you so much. And join us on.
I keep doing this, y'all, because I got bifocals. Sorry.
On Thursday, God willing, we'll see you then. We'll see you then. And I'm praying that when the storms come, we're supposed to be having some storms or whatever goes on, that God continues to protect us. Amen. And so I love you, sisters. I love you so much. And we love you, everybody. And thank you so much. We enjoyed you. Reading you, we enjoyed it so much. Okay. Watch those frenemies.
Amen. Leora Brad say, once you hit you once, they will hit you twice. Fool around, they will beat you for breakfast, lunch, and snack. Hello.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And then come, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do
Look
that.
What you made me do. Look what you made me do.
And blame it on you.
Made me do it.
Yes.
The 5 easiest words to say in the English language: I love you. I'm sorry. Those are the 5 easiest words to say.
And say either say hit the road, Jack, or goodbye, Jack, Jane, Jimmy.
Get some yonder.
That's what you say? What you say?
Get some yonder.
Please say get some yonder. It's better. What did Mama say? Mama said it's better. Mama said it's better to say there she goes than there she lay.
There she lay.
That's right. Love you, everybody.
Love you too. Bye.
All right.
See y'all
Talk
later.
with you later.
Okay, bye-bye. Love y'all.
Okay, let me try to get it off here. Wait a minute. Let me find it.